Hello, my name is Lucia. I'm a member of the Designer Link product support team. This is going to be a quick demonstration video on how to sync your Designer Link 2.0 account with your QuickBooks Online account. So to go ahead and get started, once you're logged into Designer Link, we're going to go ahead and navigate to your profile. So to access your profile, on the top right-hand corner of your screen where it says your name and then your profile image, if you go ahead and click in that area, you'll be brought to your profile. And from here, we're going to navigate to the QuickBooks setup page. So it's about halfway down on the menu. So the first tab that we're brought to is the Authorize tab. On the Authorize tab, this is where you set up once to confirm the connection between your QuickBooks Online account and your Designer Link account. So once you have authorized and established this connection, you should be good to go to proceed with the other QuickBooks Sync steps. Great. So now we can move on to the Provide QBO IDs tab. From here, it's a pretty simple setup. It's similar to authorizing your QBO account. Once you map those fields in Designer Link to how you want to have those fields sync over to QuickBooks Online, set it up once correctly the first time and you'll have no problem syncing in the future. So spend the time to make sure it's set up correctly. For example, I want all the product amounts, shipping amounts, others, all to sync to the same sales section in my QuickBooks account. And as we kind of move our way down, the purchase order fields are set up a similar way. And of course, for our time entries, I want the product associated with time entries to sync over as hours in my QuickBooks Online account. So next, as we move along to the next tab, we can go to the syncing tab. So this is where you can do large account-wide syncs with QuickBooks. So sync any of your classes, so any of those item classes or vendor classes that you have in Designer Link, you can go ahead and sync those over just to make sure you have the most up-to-date availability. If you happen to add a couple more item classes in your QuickBooks account and you want those to be available in Designer Link, just make sure that you keep those classes synced and up to date. Next, you can sync your clients. This will just make sure all your client records and customer records in QuickBooks match what you have in Designer Link. So you don't have to run into any issues with not seeing a client that you had already created in QuickBooks. Once you sync, you won't need to create that client again in Designer Link. Same idea behind vendors. Sync that frequently to make sure your items and records stay up to date. And lastly, the last button we have is for the full QBO refresh. So this will just make sure all information that is new in QuickBooks will get synced over into Designer Link so that you're seeing accurate information on both sides of each system. Once you click this will run in the background and you'll have that confirmation that the sync was initiated, and you can kind of see when it has completed, and you'll be able to go back and check and see when the last sync date was for any of these items. The last tab on this QuickBooks Sync page is your map item fields. If you had any item fields that were custom to your account, say you worked with your account manager at Designer Advantage to add, an expediting fee or any additional field, this is where you would go ahead and map those fields to QuickBooks, as it's slightly different. And those are the basics behind syncing your Designer Link account with QuickBooks Online. Thank you so much.